I'm live in two different places. What's up, everybody? Ride of a lifetime. Isaac, Lone Wolf. What's going on? Like the video and sub. Dang right. And nobody on TikTok. Cool. If you guys get confused along the way, it is because, oh, there is somebody on TikTok. Cool. I'm live on YouTube and on TikTok. So I don't have two lazy eyes if I'm not looking at the screen. It's because I'm live in multiple different places. So to Prosper, what's going on? What's going on? Got a couple people on TikTok. Okay, so I'm sure you guys saw the title on YouTube, but on TikTok, you probably have no idea what's going on. Color swap in the Navi. You guys might know orange is my freaking color. So we're going from the tan to the orange, which should be pretty sick. Although I will say, I kind of like the tan. The tan is cool. But the orange is going to pop. The thing that sucks about the tan, especially right now, is that just look at the mini moto garage, aka my living room. Everything is tan. So it just blends in with everything. And when I'm like trying to get a cool picture of it in the woods or something, everything is tan and brown. And so is the Navi. But the tan looks really cool and it matches the oh God. Diet Coke running right through me already. It matches the I'm in the way on YouTube. Matches the Works coating on the header really well. So we'll see what we like. I've honestly thought about even oh damn, people are rolling in on YouTube. What's going on? I'm getting distracted. Oh, so shout out to Mark Wisniewski, the guy who got Nina's Rebel 300. If you know, you know. And he was very grateful for getting Nina's Rebel 300. If you know, you know. So he has a Honda Navi. And when we went to drop her 300 off, he was like, oh, dude, I have some plastics for the Navi that I was going to put on it, some orange plastics. But I just painted mine orange myself. So I want you to have the plastics. So these are actually OEM Honda plastics that were offered, I think, 1 year in Mexico. On that model Navi, though, so you see how the headlight cowl, or whatever you want to call it, right here matches the color on the tan. On the orange one, it does not have an orange headlight cowl. It's like a dark gray color. And he didn't get that, but what he got instead, it's not real. Also, for those of you just joining, I'm on YouTube and TikTok, so if it seems like I'm not looking at you, that's why. I'm reading the room. It's not real, but a carbon fiber headlight cowl. How sick is that? Show it to YouTube, then show it to TikTok. So yeah, got the carbon fiber, fake carbon fiber, but still. So it'll look like this. Actually, and I wedged it in there earlier. Huh? How sick is that going to look? Now, I say all of that to say that since we're going with the carbon fiber headlight cowl, I even thought about getting a little crazy and doing one side of it orange and one side of it tan. Because you'd never see both sides at once, really. So, like, it would be like two bikes in one, You know, if I take a picture from this side, it would be an orange bike. If I took a picture from the other side, it would be a tan bike. It'd be like the best of both worlds. So, but we'll see. Before we get down to that, though, what's going on, everybody? Let me check what's going on in the chat. W's in the chat. Thanks for the likes, guys. TikTok is so weird because it shows you when people join, but I think it shows them joining like just when they're scrolling. So it's just like bam, bam, bam. Is Flynn my neighbor? Flynn? All right, what do we have going on? Bro, my wife's making me buy her a Rebel, and it's all your fault. Oh, shit. Sorry about that, but not sorry. Oh, it is my neighbor. What's up? I heard you saw Nina the other day. All right. Yeah, no, officer. It was an orange bike. This one is tan, see? I should really confuse them. Not put the tan back on at all. Do like orange on one side and like white or something on the other side. But then the registration says tan. So Nina is actually in Deep Creek right now for the Polar Plunge or the Deep Creek Dunk, whatever. It benefits the Special Olympics, and it's where people jump into a freezing cold lake and raise money in the process. Now I'm also planning us a ride up to Maryland. Also, your fault. That state looks beautiful. It is. It's America in miniature. That's what they say anyway. But Nina's not jumping in the water. She was just there working a booth for her work. James Duckett said, "Where you been?" Dude, I've been right here just crying, seasonally depressed, honestly. Oh, this is exciting, guys. All right, so where I've been is it has been freaking cold here and snowing, and when it's not snowing, the roads are all salty and gross, and there's no hose at our garage, so I can't take the bikes out because I'll get covered in salt, and then I won't be able to wash them, and then they'll rust out. So if you guys saw the TikTok/YouTube short that went super viral last month, well, super viral, it got like a couple million views, not like crazy viral, but of me getting pulled over on the e-bike. Dude, I got back and I'm like, shit, it's covered in salt. I can't clean it because all the hoses are turned off and shit. So I literally took, I don't even know how many, probably a dozen or more buckets of hot water. And by buckets, I mean like popcorn bowls full of hot water from the sink, and just kept going back and forth over to the sliding door and throwing hot water on the e-bike to clean it off before bringing it in. So that's where I've been. I have not been able to ride. And I guess it was 2 winters ago, I did a whole build project on the Navi in here over winter because the garage doesn't have heat, doesn't have outlets. And I should have bought a mini moto this year to do a build series on, but I didn't. So I haven't been able to work on the bikes. I haven't been able to ride. And in turn, haven't been able to film. I tried filming a full-length moto vlog the day that I got pulled over on the e-bike. The entire first half of the video, the audio was not working. The mic was plugged in, but the GoPro didn't act like the mic was plugged in. Fortunately, that worked out because that video went viral and paid me some shmoney so that I don't friggin' foreclose on my house for not being able to work for months, essentially. And then I did some work on the XR150, tried to film a video with that, but I have like a fancy new camera that I was trying out. Audio was shot on that too. It worked, but it was like all the audio was peaking and like going up and then down. It was all screwed up. So I say all that to say, I've ridden and filmed twice in the past few months. Both the videos have failed. and I was going to make a video out of this, but I'd rather just go live and hang out with you guys because seems like more fun than editing a video. But before I get distracted, the thing that just reminded me of is Patreon members. You guys get a video on Sunday that YouTube does not get. So tomorrow at noon is normally when the YouTube videos drop. There will not be a YouTube video, but there will be a Patreon exclusive vlog. Navi or Grom, if you're asking which one to get, that's a more long drawn out answer. If you're asking if this is a Navi or if this is a Grom, this is a Navi, but the Grom's in the background. They're both rad, but they serve different purposes. Which do I prefer? It's kind of a long drawn out answer, but remind me and I'll answer it later. I prefer, it depends on what you need. I think the Navi's rad, and everybody and their mother has a Grom, but the Grom is really fun, and the Grom is more hooligan, whereas the Navi's more practical. So yeah, Patreon members, tomorrow at noon is a vlog. Not like a moto vlog, like a vlog, like a day in the life of Birch vlog, showing what I did the other day, getting ready for bike week that I'm hopefully going to this week. Okay. What's going on in the chat, guys? Before I start tearing into the Navi, I want to get straight to it, but at the same time, I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in so long. Oliver said, you ever thought about wrapping it? Assuming that we're talking about the Navi, honestly, it would never be worth wrapping it because parts are so freaking cheap. I forget the exact number, but I'm 99% sure it's under $100 for all the plastics that you need to color swap a Navi. So it's like, by the time that you, like, I would assume that you'd probably want to take the plastics off to wrap them anyway. So if you're already taking them off and putting them back on and then paying for the vinyl, and I'm so OCD, it would take me forever to get it right, you might as well just buy new plastics, you know? Ooh, damn. So for those of you just tuning in, this is the color that we're going with. Shout out. Damn. Nobody's short. Shout out Mark Wisniewski for hooking you boy up with those. And then the carbon fiber headlight cowl. Also, for those of you just tuning in, I'm live on TikTok and on YouTube. So if it seems like I'm not paying attention, it's because I'm bouncing. My ADHD is bouncing back and forth between screens. Bro, I had that same color Navi and all, had a Yoshimura. Hell yeah, dude. Honestly, the Yoshimura is sick on this, and this is the best color to run the Yoshi with because the works coating, how it matches, is just so good. Put KTM/Red Bull graphics on it. That would actually be pretty funny to put a KTM logo on this. People will be like, what in the hell is going on here? Nate said, I went to Daytona Beach Bike Week last year. I'm thinking of going to Myrtle Beach Bike Week this year. Yeah, I've been to Daytona Bike Week the past 2 years. Had a freaking blast. But this year, as crazy as it is, because Bike Week starts in less than a week. And I'm planning on going, but I don't know where I'm staying. I don't know who is sponsoring the trip for me, if anybody. And if nobody can, I don't have the money to do it on my own, but I might just go anyway. My car that I just got that's supposed to be towing my Rebel and possibly the XR down, the Element is like throwing a bunch of check engine lights and stuff, which is super tight. So that goes in the shop on Monday. So who knows if that'll be ready in time. What's up, Jaden? There's a bike week in Gettysburg too. Yeah, I still haven't been to bike week in Gettysburg, but I need to. It's like an hour away. Jet said, want to buy my first street bike. What would you recommend? I have a long history with dirt bikes. It depends if by street bike you mean like sport bike or just a bike to ride on the street. Dang! Ride of a lifetime, $20. Got to start the donation train. Thanks, dude. I will not say no to donations because I need money to get to freaking Bike Week so I can film videos for you guys. You're the man. Thank you, dude. Oh yeah, and it's like literally. I don't know if it shows the same on your guys' screen, but it's like the donation color is literally the same color as the fairings. That's sick. But yeah, depends if you mean crotch rocket. First crotch rocket. I think the R7 is the GOAT for that. It's not going to feel like sport bike power, but I feel like the R7 is like the perfect daily-able. Like it looks like a crotch rocket, but it's more comfortable than a crotch rocket. It's more torquey, more fun. I would say R7 all day. If not, I would say any of the 650s. Like it would probably be a good idea to recommend like a Ninja 500 or a CBR 500 or like an older Ninja 400 or something like that. But if you have experience with dirt bikes, I would start with a 650 or something like the R7. I love the CBR 650R that I got to ride it this past summer on the track and like through mountain roads. Dude, it's a blast, especially if you get the one with the E-clutch. The CBR 650, I feel like doesn't have too much power for a beginner, but still has enough power that you're not going to outgrow it immediately. And the CBR 650 is more like it wants to wind out and keep pulling, whereas like the R7 is a lot more punchy and torquey, if that makes sense. I want to turbo a Rebel 1100. Holy crap, that would be ridiculous. Uncle Mark, thank you. Dang, another $20 over on YouTube. Are you guys doing this intentionally? Is there a way to pick what color the donations are, or is it just working out like that? Is that the color for $20? If that's the case, it'd be a shame if we tried to find out what color was $2,000. You know, just kidding. It's the color for 20, dude. Perfect, freaking perfect. Also, guys, is this a good time to mention that I haven't really looked into how to swap the plastics out. I saw a video a little while ago, but I'm pretty much just going to look at the holes on here to figure out where it needs to come off. Anybody got any questions before we get started tearing it down? Ninja 500 is an amazing bike. It's absolutely beautiful. Agreed. Oh, yeah, you sent a picture of one the other day. What the heck, Mom? Thank you. Everybody's throwing donations down. When are you moving to North Carolina? Says my dad, because that's where they live, for those of you who don't know. In this housing market, never, unfortunately. Thanks for the donations, guys. I was not expecting that. Somebody said if it's a P2646 code on your element, I just fixed mine. No, mine is a P0301. It's a cylinder 1 misfire code. I already replaced the plugs and coils, and that didn't do it. I assumed that it wouldn't. I think it needs a valve adjustment really bad. I had enough people tell me that I should do spark plugs and coils that I'm like, okay, I'll just do it. But I know it needs a valve adjustment bad. It runs like booty, absolute kabooty, with like when it's really cold. But once it warms up, it runs fine. So I think I've seen with some other elements that happens. Dang, John, thank you. Hope you can make it to Bike Week, bro. Dude, at this rate, I'll be able to. Unless my Honda Element engine is nuked. But thanks, dude. I appreciate that. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so they have a decent maintenance history folder on the one that I bought. and it just passed 200,000 miles, and nowhere in the maintenance records does it say anything about a valve adjustment. So I'm 99% sure that the valves are either, I thought the valves were probably too loose, and then once it heats up and they expand slightly, that's why it starts running better. But lots of what I've seen is that the exhaust valves are too tight when this happens. So like when you start it up, it just, you can just tell it's running like crap, and it really has to warm up before you leave, or else it like bogs down and wants to stall. And it has stalled once at a red light, so that was really tight, spending all this money on a new car just to have it stall at a red light. Definitely didn't want to friggin' drive it off a bridge then. Honda Element versus Tree at 100 miles per hour. Who will win? Did the valve flash adjustment on mine as well? Yep. So that's probably what it is. So I got to do that. And then also there's like a clunking from the front end. And I just got like over $2,000 worth of suspension work done to it, inner and outer tie rods, both lower control arms. But now there's another clunking, and the ball joint boots are torn. So I think it's the ball joints, and I think the ball joints are probably on their way out. And then when they friggin' separated everything, oh, and I got wheel bearings. So when they separated everything to do that, I think they probably gave the ball joints their last hurrah and didn't say anything, which is super tight. Navi, I technically a moped. Navi, I technically a moped. Everyone who watched the what is it, Bikes and Beards video where they take the plastics off of it, everyone who watched that, underneath the plastics, it's technically a moped. Yeah. Okay, let's start tearing into this. Oh, also, if you've seen the video where I put on everything's reversed, the rear shock on the Navi, it has that see, this is tricky because you can't see it on TikTok. Anyway, the shock has the reservoir on it, so you have to cut the plastics for it to fit, and I already did that. And having the plastics off, it actually worked out a lot better, because instead of using the Dremel, I used a box cutter. Any reason you have so many Hondas? I'm just a Honda fanboy, honestly. I feel like they're always so smooth and reliable for the most part. And my first car was a Civic. The only cars that I've had in my life, I've had a Civic, then a Civic, then a Civic, then a Jetta that I blew up, then a Civic, then a CRV, then a TSX, and then an Element. And then all of my motorcycles except for 2 have been Hondas. I just feel like you can't beat them for the price and how smooth they are and refined. And but anyway, so yeah, instead of using the Dremel, it, like, honestly, you wouldn't even be able to tell that this wasn't OEM if you didn't know it. I just used a box cutter, because once it was off, you can just run a box cutter on the inside and get like a perfect line, like right at like the crease there. When I did it with the Dremel, even on low, it like melted the plastic and stuff. But now it looks freaking OEM, and there will be room for the reservoir. So that piece used to be there, and now it's not. Thanks, Dad. Did you not already? Am I losing track? Just my entire family is donating over here. Did you not already do it, Dad? Or was that Mom and Uncle Mark? Thank you. Holy crap. Are you telling us Honda over Triumph for you? I've never ridden a Triumph still. I need to. I need to talk Toppy into swapping his Triumph Bobber with my Rebel and doing a ride so we can compare that. I also want to ride one of the Scrambler 400s to compare it to my SCL. Okay. What do I need? I think that's really it. You like the Crocs? It's called fashion. Look it up. Nerds. Also, I hope Nina doesn't watch this. I hope Nina doesn't watch this. But earlier, when I was positioning this, I also did a test fit of some handlebars on it. And when I was knocking around with everything, like 4 or 5 little spiders came out of it. And I left it, it was living outside for quite a while. So I fear that there might be a minor family of spiders living inside of it that might come out when I take everything off. That's funny, minor, and they were babies. Get it? Anyway, so if you guys see me go running and then come back with a torch and burn the house down, it's because there's spiders living inside of it. Okay. I think first step is taking this thing off. Also, I can already tell it is so filthy inside of this. It's insane. I took it to the car wash the other day to clean it up as best as I could because literally I've just been leaving it outside. But like all under here is just dirty and disgusting. So, yeah. Okay. Remind me. You see there's a big one and a small one. Big one, small one. Remind me the small one goes in the front and the big one goes in the back. Do I have to open this? Do these have to come off? Yes. Shazam! Name that reference. Chappelle Show. Shazam! Humana, humana, humana. Also, if you guys have not seen... Oh, another spider. Dude, actually, I'm not kidding. I think there's freaking spiders living in here. We're going to act like that didn't happen. I custom mounted a quad lock to this. So it still allows it to open all the way up and close. And there's just a washer. And I put the quad lock bolt through it with a nylon lock nut. Pretty cool, huh? Wow. And everyone says, wow. Do I still ride the Rebel 1100? Not in the past few months, but I haven't ridden anything in the past few months because of all the weather. But I do still have the Rebel 1100, and I'm trying to get it down to bike week this coming week. I have a bunch of stuff I'm doing for it. I just put new bushings in the shocks the other day. Working on a secret little project that you guys will find out about in a couple months. I got some. Oh! Somebody remind me later. I have powder coat samples. I want to get the wheels powder coated. And I've narrowed it down to probably like 4 or 5 colors I've narrowed it down to. And I think I know what I'm doing already. But I can get your guys' opinion on the powder coat colors. So yeah, still have the, oh my God, dude, don't mess it up. Oh, we're back. Okay. Dude, this is what I get for trying to be a better person. I put a friggin' time limit on TikTok so that it like alerts me, but it just like stopped the live for a second. Birch, I was so close to buying a Rebel 1100 thanks to a lot of your content. Bought a Versus 1000 instead. Those are 2 very different bikes. Thanks for watching the content, though. What made you go with that? What was what's your goal with it? Honestly, a Versus is probably more comfy for longer trips and stuff. Okay. I think we should take the storage box off next. Am I doing something wrong, or does the chat only go from 20 to 50 with nothing in between? I don't know. I thought normally you can do other donation amounts. I think at least when I do it on my phone, you can enter different things. Are you doing another group ride this year? I don't know. I haven't really talked about it too much, but I don't know. If I do, I don't know what it will look like. I've said this for the past couple years, but if I do a group ride, so let me rephrase that. I want to do a meetup regardless. I've been saying it for the past few years that I don't know if I want to continue doing the group rides or if I just want to do like a car meet style meetup, because I don't know. I feel like group rides just get sketchier and sketchier as time goes on. And it's just, even the meetup portion of it is so stressful trying to plan it out. And last year it rained like crazy. And like, it's awesome getting to see everybody, but all that time that goes into planning it, that distracts you from being able to like actually make videos and stuff, just for it to all be for nothing because you get rained out, just sucks. So I definitely want to do a meetup of some sort. Wow. I like my suitcase. I like my suitcase. I didn't need to repeat that, but it's just so funny. What was I saying? I want to do a meetup for sure. But as for the ride, I'm not sure, because the ride portion takes a lot of planning and a lot of stress, and a lot can go wrong. And if I do a meetup, even if it gets rained out, you can just, it's easier to reschedule, and it's not as much effort lost, essentially. So I definitely want to do a meetup. But as for the ride portion, I'm still kind of questioning that part. And And I'm also questioning what time of year I want to do it. Because doing it at the beginning of riding season is great because everyone's so excited about it because it's like the season kickoff. But we're always fighting the rain. We're always unsure. Like in Maryland, you can't really know what the weather's going to be like for something like that until like the week of. So it's hard to plan in advance as much as people need. And then it's easier to deal with the weather at the end of the season. But then at the end of the season, it's kind of like, it's not as exciting, you know? It's like everyone's already been riding all season. So, I don't know. We'll see. I really, really want to find like an actual garage this year. And it would be awesome to do a meetup at that. Come on, bitch. But I don't see that happening because I'm freaking broke. I actually did find a garage, but I don't have the money for it. It would be perfect, but I don't have the money. Push tab. I like my suitcase. Does everybody know what I'm referencing there? It is the funniest thing ever. I like my suitcase. Ugh. Underwear riding up. Okay, that's going to strip out. Okay, that's good. That's great. Love that. This one's fun to get to. That one really seems like it wants to strip out back there. And that would really screw things up. How the hell are you supposed to fucking... What is going on here? Who has baby hands that can fit in here? How do you even get that angle, dog? What the fuck? There has to be something I'm missing. Unless you just need the ultimate extendo. Or the ultimate non-extendo, just to break it loose. Success. I'm gonna be here all friggin' day, though. How do I... That feeling when the job only requires 2 tools and somehow you misplace one of them? Dude. Did Thumbelina install this? Got it. I never questioned it. What I did question, though, is this back jump. Why does this feel like it is just waiting to strip out? Yeah, who's your daddy? Idiot. Is that all that's holding it on? Okay, let's go. Bow, 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 bow. Can we get some W's in the chat? You guys ever realize it's like pretty much just a moped? Why did I not plan ahead to do the AC-DC conversion while I was in here? Good news, guys. No spider nests. It's very good news. All right. After that grueling battle with a panel, let's see what the chat's talking about. Jaden said I can drive there real quick and help. My back needs to correct. What are we talking about in the chat? A Honda Bolt stripping out? No way, JK. Dude, Honda Bolts are like freaking butter. TikTok Live is so weird. It's like telling me to invite people to go live with me. I don't know you. That's my purse. I don't know you. No suitcase means Birch can put a big speaker there. Dude, I should just go full-blown pimp my ride and like put a fish tank there. How insane would that be? Dude, this thing looks so stupid on the inside. Look at that. It just looks so dumb. What a stupid machine. No, I will not elaborate. I just think it looks dumb. Random question. How deep is the rectangular pocket under the seat? Love your videos. Thanks, dude. Wait, rectangular pocket. Rectangular pocket under the seat. Like over there, like at first I thought you meant the suitcase, but you mean like the little, like behind the battery, little Jimmy Johnson. I did all this when I did my AC to DC conversion. It was wild. I had to do all of that for a 30-second mod. Dude, I was just saying that. I don't know if you were in here or not. I'm like, why did I not plan in advance to do my AC DC mod while I was doing this? Like, I don't really care about doing that mod, but if I already have the side off, why did I not plan in advance? Friggin' idiot. Yes, that pocket. Yeah, let me... Please hold. All right, at the deepest part, from the bottom to the top of the battery tray is about 6 inches. There's like a small portion that's like 7 or 7.5, but it's like just the corner. The main part is, yeah, about 6.5 inches deep. But it's kind of like weird shaped. So that's like the majority of it is that deep. And then like from this lip, not the battery tray, like this lip, it's like a 7 inches at the shallowest. And then there's like the little document container behind it that's like the same. So yeah, about 6 or 6.5 if you're going from the bottom to the battery tray, and then add like 1 inch if you're talking like to this lip. Yeah, the stock headlight bulb is terrible. And that's why I'm even more of an idiot, because I have an LED bulb to go in the headlight already and didn't think in advance to be ready for the AC/DC. You should ride with a realistic looking baby doll in the Navi cargo area. That would be a prank video right there. Get like a fake baby seat to put there or something. No problem, Barracuda. My friend wants to message you on Insta. Why? That Airbnb you went to at the Chinese Tower is badass. Dude, that's like the coolest Airbnb I've ever been to. I really thought that video was going to do well, and it's like the entire internet and algorithm simultaneously told me that I should just never make a video again in my life. That video bombed worse than any video in human history. But I had a great time. Okay, so now this needs to come off to go onto the new panel. And there's 5 screws on the backside. Although, I'm not going to do that yet because I'm a content creator, so I have to think content strategy. If I do that now and then put it on, then the side facing you guys is already going to be done. So why would you keep watching? How am I going to keep track of all these screws? Okay. How crazy would it be if there was a company that made clear plastics? So you could see all the stupid stuff underneath. That would be pretty crazy. Okay, don't get the bolts mixed up, you big jerk. Okay, that will just come out another time. Dang, those stupid ones. Is this one gonna want to strip out too? It looks like somebody. There we go. I was gonna say, it looked like somebody already tried to strip this out previously. Weird. Maybe I should get another mini moto. It's kind of like too late for it because it's like winter's almost over. Hopefully. But it's almost like I have to do a new mini moto project every single winter just to be able to continue making content. Unless somehow I become a big enough YouTuber this year and people actually care about the rides that I do, that next winter I can afford to just travel the entire time and ride places that are warm. Or honestly, I just need a freaking garage that has HVAC so that I can... There are so many winter projects I was supposed to have. And then it was just too cold to do any of them in a freaking storage unit with no HVAC. I still have a whole bike you guys don't know about. Okay, was that all of them? Yep. It's always nerve-wracking being like, yeah, you just got to pull it real hard, right? And then being like, oh, but did I actually get all of them? Look at how stupid it looks. Ew, it's so ugly naked. Everybody make fun of it in the chat. You guys ever... I'm trying to get my head out of the way. You guys ever realize it's pretty much just a moped? It really does look goofy. Got a whopping 3 people watching on TikTok. Let's go. Gotta love the consistency of that platform. Shout out TikTok. Shout out Warren Beetle for watching. Shout out Warren Beetle for being one of 4 guests watching on TikTok. Semi-transparent atomic purple plastics. That would be crazy. Honestly, just picture clear plastics on this. It would look rad. Oh, that's the... What are my eyes looking at? I thought so. This thing is a little junction box for the rear brake. How weird. I didn't realize that. I'm sure lots of you guys already know, but the Navi has linked brakes. So like when you hit the front, it automatically does some rear for you and vice versa. And that thing is like a little junction box. Like it has one thing going to the rear brake pedal, another going to the back, and another going to the front. Or no, when you hit the rear, it doesn't do the front, but when you hit the front, it does the rear, right? So this comes from the front and pulls the back or something. Or maybe I'm saying it backwards. I don't know. You get it. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, TikTok, 2 viewers. What's going on? Atreus, 1 of 2. It's crazy. Maybe it's because everybody comes on TikTok and they just hear me talking to YouTube. Who knows? How long before Birch kicks those bolts all over the floor? Don't jinx it, Uncle Mark. It will happen soon. Clear plastics with orange neons underneath. Dude, actually, yeah. Imagine clear plastics with like some neon lights that would look like one of those clear like gaming computers. That'd be crazy. Rear does the front Front only does the front. It's a crazy way to word that, but I understand it. Opposite. The rear brake pedal is linked front and rear, but the front is by itself. Yeah, that. Oh, Slight's here. Slight, when did you get here? What is going on here, dog? TikTok is so stupid. I'm getting out of here. As you approach an hour of being live on TikTok, it pops up to make sure that you're not a bot, and you have to drag a puzzle piece into its home to continue staying live. That's stupid. I'm going to go live on Instagram then. Screw it. We're going live everywhere. You are now live. What the frick is up, Instagram? Sorry, I guess I should have announced I was just watching. Because of dead air streamers on TikTok. Yeah, but how do like the Oh, we got people rolling in on Instagram. What's up, Instagram? Here's a quick little update for you. Daxton, what's up, brother? Love your YouTube. Thanks, dude. Oh, damn, I did not. Ride of a Lifetime is in both places. Jaden's in both places. All right, well, for those of you joining, what's up, man? Longtime fan. Would love to ride together sometime. Hell yeah. Dude, I was not expecting Instagram to start popping off. Okay, so Instagram people, just so that you know, I'm live on YouTube and Instagram, and we have the Navi torn apart. We just took off the tan plastics, and we're swapping on orange plastics and a carbon fiber headlight cowl. Okay, speaking of headlight cowl, I have to take the headlight cowl off, don't I? Why did I just take the long way around like that? Why did I do that? To give myself more opportunity to kick the bolts everywhere, like Uncle Mark said? Why would I not have just gone? All right, whatever. I'm tweaking off the Diet Coke. Okay. Come on, you mother fricker. Hello? That's going to strip out. Do Triumph bolts strip out like this? Haha, all I had to do was act like I was going to switch to Triumph and it came loose without stripping. Tricked you. Come on, you big fat idiot. Come on, you fucking... Is this what I get for leaving this thing outside in the rain forever and ever? Amen? I'm gonna love you forever. There we go. Let's not mix those up. And then good thing I noticed that, because I just almost started yanking. But how am I? 8 milli vanilli. I'm gonna love you forever. I have so many bolts and screws laying around. I have no idea how they're all going to go back to their rightful owners. Oh, that's how you... Oh, nobody told me that. Nobody told me that. It smells funny in here. Is it spiders that I'm smelling? I'm going to break this, I feel like. But I don't want to break this. I'm gonna love you forever. How the fuck does this work? Why can I not wrap my brain around this? So that faces that direction, and then that slides in, and it has the things on the bottom. So the things on the bottom got to slide out of the thing on the top. But to get the things on the bottom to slide out of the things on the top, what am I fucking missing here? What am I missing here? Why can I not? I'm gonna love you forever. I might be missing a hammer. Oh. Oh! What the hell is going on here, dog? Somebody explained this to me like I'm stupid, because my phone and my computer are both running live streams right now, so I can't look it up. These clips, do I pull the clips back, or do I somehow put the screwdriver in to release the clip from the front? What am I doing wrong here? Oh, so that part sits down in that little doohickey, And in order to release that, you have to push in and up. But you can't lift, tab, and pull. Y'all need to be specific, goddammit. Got it. Got it. Got it. Who's your daddy, idiot? Oh! I wanted to keep that in good condition. Keep that in good condition, says the guy who literally has let this thing live outside and get infested with spiders. All right. Oh, you guys can already see it. Here's the current state of things. So that's good. I'll definitely remember where all those go. This looks ridiculous. Okay. So then when that does the thing, then so that does the thing. But then once those definitely got to do the thing. And because once those do that thing, they're not going anywhere. Damn, that's going to look good. I think I already mentioned this. This is not real carbon fiber. It is hydro dipped or whatever, which is apparent by the bubbles and stuff, but it doesn't matter because it looks freaking good and it's going to match. There's like almost like fake carbon fiber weave in that. And then what is it? It's like almost a carbon fiber-ish weave for the center thingy. So that'll look cool. I think I'm going to have a heart attack if I drink any more Diet Coke. Oh, as I fall. Look at it. Look at how ridiculous. Look at all those chickens. Look at all those I like my suitcase. When I live stream, everybody gets to hear my friggin' autism stims bouncing back and forth between 90s country music and Barron Trump. Okay. One last check for spiders. I think it's mold I'm smelling. Is that a good thing to have in your house? A mold-infested spider dwelling? Hello? Hello? This doesn't feel like it fits very great unless I'm doing this wrong. I know that you need to clip in there, but you can't because you're hitting on the sides. Is it clipped in there? I think it's clipped in there. This side fits like... It's not in there, dude! Come on, you dirty bitch. Okay, that goes in between that, but that goes over top of that, but that has to go into that, but it doesn't want to. Dude, stuff like this is the worst. Where, like, you're not sure if you should be doubting that you're doing it wrong or not because it's aftermarket, so for all you know, it's just not fitting right. But also at the same time, you could be an idiot. What the fuck is going on here? Oh, I never needed to... Oh, I did need to take that out. Okay. Let's stop and take a deep breath and figure out why this side is not fitting right. Is it because I'm an idiot? Or is it because it's an aftermarket part? Or is it a mix of the two? That part doesn't clip in. What the fuck? Okay, you go in between there. You go in between there. Very good. And then you just don't want to clip in, do you? Why do you not want to clip in, you motherfucker? Okay, we're taking a break, and I'm going to come back to that, because I don't know if I'm fucking retarded or if it's because it's aftermarket. Where did I put the... They look like they're the same. This clip is not going into the clip on the headlight thing. Like, they don't look like they're any different. It's just not... Watch your profanity. It's just not going. That's a good idea. If the stock headlight shroud goes on easily, then I'm the idiot. That goes like that. That goes like that. Yeah, it's just the headlight shroud because this just went in first try. It's just this is like not. It's like it's not going far enough in. Watch your profanity. Now that's all I'm going to be thinking. Listen, I am your master. You are a machine. You're a stupid. Ow! God, dude, I just put my knee right on a bolt. You're a machine, and I am your master. So, if I tell you that you need to go to your home, then you need to go to your home. It just doesn't fit. Oh my fucking God, I'm gonna lose my shit. Go to your home. Let's get this out of the way. Tighten that down and we'll adjust it later just so the headlight's not flopping around. Come on, you bitch! What the hell? Everything goes together except for that top thing just refuses to clip in. Where the freaking heck? Where the freaking heck? That's not gonna work. Is anybody else having a bad time right now? It's so close. Yet so far away. It feels like the headlight is sitting too low. Okay, have you considered just going to your home? I'm really not trying to be an asshole here, bud, but you have to go to your home. Everyone's watching, and they're going to think you're an idiot if you don't just go to your home. Like it could technically hold on by just these 4 bolts, but it would look a little stupid. God, I wish I had my headlamp, but it's at the storage unit. Oh my fucking... Psych! Found it and took off my hoodie because I'm sweating because I disassembled this entire thing and it's a headlight cowl that's beating my ass. Okay. I'm going to try this. What is that? Okay, I'm going to try this one more time with the stock headlight cowl so that we can, again, determine if it's because it's an aftermarket. Oh my God. How do I show? Right there. That's a spider. That's a spider nest with a spider in it. We found the culprit. That's literally a spider nest with a spider in it. So, I won't go into any details, but the threat has been neutralized. All right. I mean business, all right? I got a headlamp on. I got Crocs on. They're not even in sport mode. That's how you know I'm not here to play games. Yeah, see, it just clicks right in. Oh, that's a spider nest too. Well, not anymore, but... Okay, so confirmed. I won't say that I'm not an idiot, but in this case, this is not happening strictly because I'm an idiot. It's happening to make me a stronger person. God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And currently, I happen to be one of them. I don't want to be. Hey, have you considered going to your frickin' home? Like, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm going to make you. One way or another, you're going to your freaking home. stupid bitch. Anybody else having a great time right now? Or is it just me? Motorcycles are so much fun, and I'm so glad that I do this. Nothing like a learning experience with all my best buds. All right, you got two options. Go to your home or break. Or neither. What the fuck? Are we sure this is not real carbon fiber? This is big silly business. Bro, I'm going to throw this bitch out the fucking door. Pardon my French, but I think I'm straight up not having a good time right now, bro. All right, so the next test is going to be to disassemble the headlight from the thing. Okay, so fuck. Does this part stick out further than the stock one? Because oh my freaking. Okay. Let's see if it will go on without the headlight. Because then that will really tell us, is it just not right? Or is the headlight hitting something? I mean, I can see that the headlight's not hitting something. Yeah, even without the headlight, it won't clip in. Got it. So all of that was for nothing because it just doesn't line up. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really great. I'm really glad that we're going through this together, guys. So, what do we do now? It'll just never fit or what, guys? What do we do here, bub? What do we do here, Bob? Focus. Could it potentially work? Okay, well now it's in. But without a headlight. So can I... Oh, this is stupid, bud. Oh, this is big stupid, bud. No shot. Did this... Okay. Can anybody like air flight some beer to me? think this now that it's in its home, I think it will never leave its home without breaking. I'm pretty confident in that. But good thing it's sturdy. Yeah, go to your fucking home, bud. This is the most convoluted way, and I am never getting this headlight out. Oh, yeah, dude, this headlight lives in here now, huh, bud? Dude, and even after all that, it fits like hot dog butt. Wow. Wow, dude. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so for the viewers at home, that was so stupid. Okay. Good grief. This tab would not clip into the thing on this, no matter what I did. It just did not want to reach. Like, it was lining up properly. All of this was lining up, but this tab just would not go far enough back to pop up and clip in. Well, I got it to do it, but the headlight wasn't in there. So the only way I would do it is if I literally like grabbed onto it and like pushed it in. So then I just had to finagle the headlight into the headlight hole. And then those clips that I was trying to get off earlier, where I was like, how do these come off? I had to reach up behind and slide them over these, this and this, to lock the headlight in place onto this. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Holy crap, dude. Good grief. That's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere even if I want it to. The headlight, yes, I did plug the headlight in. Now you're making me second guess. Did you guys see me plug the headlight in? Yeah, the headlight's plugged in, right? Quasi said, nope, I plugged the headlight in. Y'all are freaking me out. And I don't have the AC/DC thing, so it's not going to... No, that would be stupid. I plugged the headlight in, right? I can't turn on the light because it's an AC. Everyone's saying nope, but listen, if you're trolling me, damn, thanks, Ride of a Lifetime. Appreciate you, Jeremiah. If you're trolling me, say it now before I turn this thing on inside my house to test it. And if carbon monoxide related things happen, it's on your conscience, bucko. Yeah, I reached my hand under, right? Yeah, I plugged it in. Take it for a test ride around the couch. Jaden has just totally moved over to Instagram. Just open the sliding glass door. Oh, what's up, Mark? Shout out, Mark. Mark's the one that hooked me up with these plastics. Looked like you did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. And if I didn't, YOLO. YOLO. Because I will especially actually be the definition of YOLO if I start this up inside the crib. This looks sick, though. Hey, why don't you line up, you big idiot? Have you ever considered that? Just lining up, maybe? It'd be cooler if you did. Did the collar go to the collar's home? Yeah, dude, this looks sick. Wait a second. Yeah. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Don't question me, guys. What made you doubt me? All these bolts everywhere miscellaneously? Nice, dude! Heck yeah. Ta-da! That looks sick, actually. And now that it's all bolted down, it does fit pretty well. This side's a little high, but it's one of those things where you end up asking yourself, has it always been like this and I just never paid attention to it because I had no reason to look at it? Oh no, that thing is not where it needs to be necessarily. I don't think there's any way this is happening without me scratching this to shit, which I just almost did. Because it's very fragile. Whatever, good as it's gonna get. It looks dope. Whew! That just took so long. Sheesh. Smooth sailing from here on out on all the other plastics. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. What scale would you rate this install? Honestly, it was great up until that the headlight cowl threw me for a loop. Okay. Now we'll take off that thing and swap it over to the orange. See, this is what I was saying. You see how dirty that is? From it straight up living outside. That might be mold. That's a flathead. I don't need a flathead. Get out of my way. This is the way. Okay. I swear I was like answering questions and stuff before that happened. Does anybody have any any questions while I'm doing the quote unquote easy part? Do I have painter's tape to cover things to not scratch them? Yeah. Why? Do you think I'm going to scratch something? Oh, you're talking about the headlight cover. I thought you meant with this. Yeah, I do, and I'll probably do that after the live stream. Find the painter's tape and try to get that thing in. Honestly, nobody would ever even notice if it weren't for me pointing it out. It's only like a couple millimeters off, and it's like kind of like what I was saying. For all I know, it's always been like that. It's just one of those things that you're never looking at. Like when you're doing an install and you finish and you look at it and you're like, has it always been like that? And I've just never had a reason to look at it that close? Or did I mess this up? Shazam! Okay. Yeah, I'll wipe it out. Fine. Come on, you fucking bitch. Yeah, that was grody. Grody. Did you say it's turning orange? Yep. That's what it's going to look like. So stoked. But this was the other panel. Yeah. So that just goes over like so. Oh, yes. It's all coming together. It's all going according to plan. And it smells great, too, because all I had to spray it down real quick was Mrs. Meyer's lavender. The spiders are going to come home and be like, wow, who did spring cleaning for us? This is great. Have I done any new mods to the Rebel 1100? I haven't been able to work on anything. It's been so cold, and there's no HVAC in the storage unit. And even if I were to do any work, I couldn't test ride it because it's freezing cold and the roads are all salty and such. So no new mods, but lots of stuff planned. Oh, yeah. Somebody's going to have to remind me because I already forgot. But one of the Dang, Quasi, thanks. I appreciate it. Beer fund is much needed. Also, the bike week fund. I need to get to freaking bike week. But yeah, I keep forgetting and then randomly remembering. One of the mods I'm doing to the Rebel 1100 is I'm gonna powder coat the wheels, and I have powder coat samples. So at some point in this live stream, remind me, and I'll show you the powder coat samples, and we can figure out what we want to do. Well, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do, but you guys can tell me what you think. I know there's a couple that Slight will like, because a couple of them are odes to Honda colors, kinda. There's one that I was like, oh, that could be cool, but it ended up, I'm like, no, that actually wouldn't work. But they have a powder coat that is meant to be the exact same as Championship White, but it was a little, I forgot that Championship White is kind of like that off-white, like creamy color, you know? And if I did a white, I'd want something with like blue tones, not creamy tones. Just got back into my city and I missed stuff. Is he doing vinyl wrap or are these new Honda panels? Brand new Honda panels that Mark Wisniewski gifted me. These are actually OEM panels that were available in Mexico, I believe. Oh, what up? What up? All right. Let's throw it on. And you already know I'm doing the content creator thing where I got to put on this side first so that you guys don't get the grand reveal right away. Okay, so we got push tabs. We already have all the hop rivet joints out. So like that. I can't remember where all the like push joints are. There's a push joint right there, right there. Is there a push joint on the back? Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, now where do things go? I know that. Oh, shnikes. That goes there. I know that goes there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this goes hard, bud. I was a little worried at first, I'm not going to lie. You guys know I already said that. I was a little worried because I like the tan so much. But this goes hard. Okay. Where do these go? This was for that. So that is not for this. And these are for that. So those are not for this, it's for that. Now I'm remembering. Now I'm remembering. Yeah, bud, if you just wanted to go to your home, bud, that would be good. No, don't worry. It's fine. You just got to go to your home, bud. Yeah, I'll come back to you, bud. I got you. Okay, bud. What the fuck? What am I missing here? Hey, guys. Just so you know. Just so you know, bud. Sure would be a big help if we took these clips and put them on. Oh, damn, Jake. Thank you. Bike Week Fund, taco, go-to beer. My go-to beer is Bud Light. Bud Light is just so good. It's the best drinking beer. It's easy to drink. I also really like, I don't know. I don't really do a whole lot of, actually, oh, I'm live streaming on my phone. I can't show it to you. You should start getting tacos and coffee in your videos again. I should. I need to do that. I'm long overdue for that. What was I just talking about? Oh, there is a, oh, dude, perfect. Halloween Focus is actually the guy who got me the beer I'm about to talk about. I have drank every single one of those beers. They were all delicious, but there was the one Elder Pine something Pilsner. One of the best beers I've ever had. It was so good. It's a place in Gaithersburg, I think it is. Elder Pine, I believe. Yeah. It was super good. But I really like Pilsners. Love that he still hasn't seen Mark's comments. What is Mark's comments? You guys are like, oh, he's not reading the comments. How the fuck do you want me to read them? I'm over here, bud. You want me to fucking grab the binoculars from up there, bud? Anyway, got the clips. He's not reading the comments. You're 10 feet away, dingus. You fucking dingus. Luckily for you, there's big brain activities going on over here, bud. Oops. Everyone got your panties in a bunch, bud. But the plastics are off. I could just put them on without taking the panel off, bud. Relax. All right, guys, make sure to leave some comments that I can't see through literally a solid motorcycle and then wonder why I don't see them. Okay, buds? Also, I'm pretty sure that I have some sort of disease on my hands from reaching through there just now. There's no way that I don't. I am now host to the spider family. I now have mold all over my hand. Hands, plural. Hello? I can't see. I can't see. Shit. Oh. Idiot. That one was a push pin, guys. Read the comments. Oh, that doesn't go there yet, guys. It will soon, but not yet. Because I need the middle part, bud. Hello? Listen, you freaking piece of shit. Yeah, I'm going to come back to these because that's a pain in the ass, bud. Okay. Finally giving Navi some love. Hell yeah. 10-4, bud. Take it easy, bud. Quick, tell him all the important stuff. He's gone. Joke's on you. I put on my X-ray binoculars, and I was peeping through the side of the Navi, and I read that. And now you're banned, bud. Oh, I'm just looking back at the chat. I missed some clips. Which clips was it? Okay. All right. Time to do the second panel facing you guys so you'll really see the end results. We're going to take this off, but one of the most important things we want to make sure that we do, each of these panels is going to have some clips here, okay? You guys saw in the last panel, I immediately took off those clips. So the last one had 2 clips on the bottom and 1 at the top. This one has 3 and then a 4th one up here. These are really important. So I got the last one right away, but this one I'll need to get even sooner. So we got all of those. Like I was saying, these are pretty important, so you want to make sure you get those for sure. Imagine I forget where I sat on this time. That would not be funny. Ugh. I think I'm finally losing it, guys. Like, finally. It's finally happening, and you guys get to see it. It's even funnier because I am. I just, in process of being a smartass, I took off one of the ones we don't need to take off because it stays there. That's funny. It wouldn't be funny. It would be hilarious. I have officially lost it. I'm not sure how much of it is sleep deprivation mixed with tweaking out on Diet Coke and how much of it is the fact that I'm pretty sure the entire inside of this bike is mold from sitting outside. And I'm just sitting here like huffing it in as I drop my screwdriver. If my speech starts slurring, call the police. I mean, the ambulance. I mean, you get it. You know what I mean. Squirrel? This is good. I'm all hot double Mountain Dew. You know they now have hard Baja Blast multi-packs. I was at the liquor store like a week or two ago, and it's a 12-pack, and it's 3 or 4 different flavors of spiked Baja Blast. That's insane. Absolute death wish. Okay. So now that we know all the clips are off of here, we'll just want to lick all of that mold off to see how it affects us. But then we'll just sit it on the couch that we sit and lay on every night so that we can be sure that it's as close to our head as possible at all times. Then we'll huff some Mrs. Meyer's lavender, making sure to get all the crevasses or the spiders that have been living inside of here. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. My e-bike goes 47. Is that good for an e-bike? Beauty is an eye of the beholder. If you have an e-bike that does 47, but you only ever wanted something that does 30, you're living the dream. But if you have an e-bike that does 47 and you need it to do 60, well, that sucks. So it depends what you need. Not to brag, but mine personally, 53. So, jot that down. Just kidding. It says 53, but the GPS says that it's not actually that much. It's actually 64. Chat, am I losing it? Frick. Man, the things you guys miss out on by me, like, editing all the chaos out as I put the freaking clip on upside down like a total freaking doorknob. Yeah, that way. Yeah, it goes that way. One thing I am unsure of is the Navi logo being white. I kind of want to take it off, but these plastics scratch really easily. Well, they don't scratch easily. It's literally like molded plastic. There's no paint or anything. It's just molded plastic all the way through. So it kind of like makes it dull if you like wipe too much to get it off. Because I did that accidentally on Nina's old Navi, and I don't want to end up doing that again. But I feel like the white doesn't really fit, although I did kind of like test fit these earlier. Like I held it up next to the bike, and the white does kind of tie into like the white on the exhaust. So we'll see. It's almost 9:30, dude. What has this guy been doing for 2 hours? Hi, Birch from Miami. What up? What up? Hopefully I will be in Florida this coming week if I can make it happen. I want to come down to Bike Week again, but I got to find a company willing to sponsor it because I cannot afford it on my own, but I really want to get down there. So hopefully I can do it. The white looks good still. Life of Birch sticker. I thought about a Life of Birch sticker, but it's the Life of Birch stickers that I have, the orange is a little bit darker. and it wouldn't really match. And I held it up to it, and then it ended up just showing more white than the Navi did in the first place, you know? Because that was my first thought too. And then I'm like, oh, the background of my stickers is more white than the Navi logo is. But I think I do my like vinyls, not my stickers, but my vinyls are pretty similar to this orange. So I think I want to do like a smaller Life of Birch across here. That would be sick. Also, for those of you just joining, I haven't said it in a little while, but I'm live streaming on Instagram and YouTube. So if you hear me talking about a comment that you're not seeing, or you see me looking in a different place, it's because I'm live streaming in 2 different places. Howdy from Dallas, Birch, says Birch Graham. What up, Birch? Howdy from Annapolis. Howdy ho. Okay. You ever have one of those times where you like gorge yourself on food and you're like, man, I'm not going to be hungry for a long time. And then like 2 hours later, you're starved again. I smashed, obliterated with the quickness. I timed it from the time that DoorDash dropped it off to the time that I was throwing it away was 10 minutes. Huge pulled pork sandwich with tater tots and coleslaw. Oh, Underoos riding up. Look out, y'all. That kind of content's extra. God damn. Ever going to put some Life of Birch stickers up for sale? Yeah, eventually, whenever I finally finish my merch website. But Life of Birch stickers also, anyone who signs up for Patreon at, I think it's the $5 and up level, automatically gets Life of Birch stickers. So that's the easiest way to get it immediately. And I also carry them everywhere I go. So if we're ever in the same place and you see me and I forget to say it, ask for it, and chances are I have stickers with me and I'll give some to you. But yeah, also another little self-promotion. You never got any? The only way that you wouldn't, I'll double check, but if your whatever tier you signed up for, if it says stickers, the only way that you wouldn't have got any is if your address didn't get entered into Patreon, because then it won't have me do it, if that makes sense. I can double check though. But yeah, Patreon gets stickers at certain tiers. You've gotten a Polaroid? Huh. I have no idea how that would be possible. But Patreon also tomorrow will get a Patreon exclusive vlog. It's like a day in the life vlog of stuff that I was doing to get ready for Bike Week that wasn't worthy. Not that it wasn't worthy, but like the type of content that the algorithm wouldn't appreciate. It's like legit like a day in the life, like vlog style vlog. So it's not going up on YouTube because the algorithm would crush it, but it is going on Patreon, specifically for Patreon members. So tomorrow at noon, Patreon members, keep an eye out for that. And Jake, shoot me a message on Patreon so that I remember to send you some stickers. All right, guys, quick. With my back to the computer and no way to see any comments, let me know what I'm doing wrong. Dude, I gotta take a step back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, and the grips work too. The grips are like just similar enough of a color. Oh, yeah, bud. Yeah, that is sick. Shout out Mark for the hookup, dude. What do we think, people? What do we think? I think an orange luggage would be too much orange, but I have considered like painting the Navi orange or putting like an orange vinyl over the Navi part or something like that. I think that might be sick. Somebody said, why not dress warm and do a riding video? I've already talked about that. For one thing, it's legitimately too cold. It's just too cold. It's a wind chill of like freaking. The other morning, I woke up and it was a wind chill of, I think, 15. And where Nina was going, it was a wind chill of -7. There's nothing that is worth riding in that weather. For another thing, even on the days that it's been warm, there's still salt all over the roads. Maryland salts the ever-living hell out of their roads so that they don't freeze. And I don't have a way to wash the bikes before putting them in storage. So I can't like put the bikes away still all salty and have them rust out, you know? Because that would not be good. This is the least that I've ridden any winter since I've started riding. I'm pretty confident because it's just been so cold and so snowy and so salty. But hopefully this week I'm escaping to Florida. Please let this work out, because if not, I don't know what I'm going to do. Why are you not going to your home, dude? I put the clip. Is the clip not lined up, bud? Come on, you fucking bitch. There we go, bud. It just wasn't lined up. Sheesh! Okay, what else am I missing? This one back here. I'm so glad I'm not into sport bikes. If I had to be doing all this with the plastics every time I did anything, I would not be a happy camper. Definitely not be a happy camper, dude. Literally? Dude, this looks so freaking good. Oh my gosh. And for those of you who have not realized yet, it fits in the back of the Element. So it'll be an orange Navi in the back of an orange Element. When is the 300cc swap happening? Listen, since you're on Patreon, you'll find out before everybody else does. But I have a project that I really, really, really want to do this year that involves a 300cc mini moto, we'll say. I really want to make it happen. So remember that I said that for when the announcement inevitably comes out about said project. Dude, this looks so good. Bow, bow. Let me get the spider webs off of this. Spider webs removed. See, imagine if I had a garage and we could do this all the time. Come on. Like, imagine even the bikes that didn't fit in the house, we could still do this with. Just vibing in the garage. I'll be vibing at the Ritz-Carlton. But I'm broke. Hello? Where the hell? Oh. Now I understand, maybe. Wait, where did this... That is for that. Those are for those. Those are for those. That is for that. That is for that. How am I tweaking? Oh, they're right here, you big freaking idiot. Okay, you guys were supposed to remind me. So then where did that come from? Oh. Lock it in, Birch. Okay. Who remembers? You were supposed to remind me. What's up, Kimori Captures? I think I pronounced that right. Okay. That's what I was gonna ask. Small in the front, big in the back. There's a joke there somewhere. There's a joke there somewhere. I'm not gonna make it, but there's a joke there somewhere. You guys already knew what I was gonna ask. Very, very cheap, 1 pound fish. You guys know that TikTok sound? 6454, 1 pound fish. That sound when on the last crank down you hear like grit, like sand in between it. Very, very cheap. 1 pound fish. Dude! This looks so good. Very, very cheap. Autism on full display. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, okay. Very, very cheap 1 pound fish. What am I doing? Very, very cheap. Oh, yeah, the end is near. Not in an apocalyptic sense. Yes! Yes! Hello? Dude. Gotta do a little bar tilt. Take a step back. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yup. Dude. That looks so good. Dude, what do we think? Which way gets out of the way? How good is that? Sheesh. Shout out Mark for the hookup, dude. Shout out Mark for the hookup. Dude, a 12-inch sub where that box is would be insane. The amount of trust you have working on a motorcycle over a tan carpet. On the bright side, this carpet, I'm pretty certain, is the original carpet from when this place was built in '84, and it's already thrashed, and I want to do concrete floors instead. So there's so many spots and stuff in other places that it doesn't even matter. Also, for those of you who probably noticed, there are still those 4 screws, but they're the ones that are really tight in here. So I'm just going to take a second to soak it all in before I worry about that. Dude, this looks so good. Do you see what I was saying? I got to get out of the way. Do you see what I was saying about how the white kind of ties in with this? I think I actually like it. I didn't think I was going to, but I think it's kind of nice the way that the white ties in with the muffler. Sheesh. Dude, that looks so good. Honda calls this color birch orange, right? They need to. Ouch. Fran, zero idea on the Life of Birch date. We were talking about that earlier. Dude, wait a second. How good would this look with bronze wheels? I was just like looking in the reflection. With the works coating on the pipe and the tan grips, imagine some like bronze powder coated wheels. That could be sick. But Fran, no even slight idea on Life of Birch dates. We were talking about that a little bit earlier, where it's the same deal, where it's like everybody seems to like the beginning of the season ride better because everyone's hyped because it's the start of the season. It's like the kickoff. But every time we do the beginning of the season ride, we're like battling against rain every time. We never know when it's going to rain until like the week of, which is obviously not enough time for everybody to prepare. So I'm still trying to figure out if we want to do beginning of season or end of season, or if we're even doing a ride or if we're just doing a meetup, like I've said before. So yeah, no idea yet. Ready to deliver 2x4s. Hey, it's not Home Depot, okay? Bronze wheels will be sick. On my Navi, I got orange nail paint and painted the Navi logo on the storage box. Oh, there's an idea. I don't know if you were in here earlier when I was saying about possibly doing like vinyl or something. Nail paint, that's a good idea. That would be easier to like keep it in the lines. Grom wheel swap, get you a rear disc brake. Wouldn't even be worth it. From what I've heard, there's like a couple disc brake swaps maybe. No, that's the XR I'm thinking of. I don't know. I like to keep my cheap bikes cheap. And I could see that costing a lot of money for something that doesn't need the stopping power in the first place. I mean, the e-bike has friggin' like mountain bike brakes. It's ridiculous. Your Rebel vids on YouTube inspired me to do a lot of stuff to my 1100. I wish we could get Burley Brand up here. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Up here, I'm assuming you mean Canada? Hey, Birch, nice color. Thanks, dude. I'm so stoked on it. I just got done doing the full color swap. Dude, it looks so good. The carbon fiber headlight cowl really sets it off. Sheesh. Canada. Well, you'll just have to ride down with the Canada crew whenever I do my next Life of Birch meetup, and then just have stuff shipped to my house and then ride back over with it and tell customs it was a present. I do still have the XR150. I did just do some mods on the XR150, but the video did not work out because the audio failed. So I have to refilm what I've done to the XR, and then I have something very cool coming for the XR. Very cool. That will probably make me ride it much more. When you took off the front fender, how did you take off the silver L bracket on the front wheel? I don't think I did. You're talking about like this right here and the same one on the other side? If that's what you're talking about, it's still on there. Ugh. Birch orange, definitely better than the Honda beige. Hell yeah. Yeah, the XR is a drum rear. Yeah, that little bracket thing is like not removable. It's like welded on or something. You'd have to cut it off, and it's not even worth it. If anything, you could just like spray paint it black and it won't be as noticeable, but I don't think it's super noticeable. Although now that you pointed it out, I'm like, man, it is the only thing that's silver up there now, aside from the nuts. But yeah, I just never really paid attention to it. You got a scooter roof on your Navi for the rain in Belize? That's crazy. That's cool. I was desperately wishing you had an ECU removal video yesterday. For the Rebel 1100, unfortunately, I haven't even removed it myself. I just have a spare ECU in the other room. Question, would you ever consider a 12-inch rear wheel? I have thought about it, and it would be cool, but I just put these tires on, so I feel like it would kind of like defeat the purpose of all the trouble that I went through doing that. And also, in order to have the tire sizes match, I think most of the time when people do a 12 in the rear, they do a 110/70, unless I'm making that up. And this is a 120/70. So if I wanted it to match, I'm not sure if a 120/70 would fit. I need to wash my hands. I feel like I have mold from the back of those panels on them, or like pollen or something. Oh, yeah, and I vacuumed a little bit earlier. That doesn't help, huh? Why no more YouTube videos? I talked about it a little bit earlier. No more YouTube videos for now because it's been so freaking cold and the roads are salty, and I just have literally no ability to film. Too cold and salty to ride, and the storage unit that I work out of has no HVAC, so it's just as cold in there. And there's no outlets for tools, so I can't work. I can't ride. And it's been driving me batshit crazy, which is why I decided to do this, to hang out with you guys. But hopefully a lot of content coming soon. I got work I'm doing on the XR. Hopefully getting to bike week this week. If I can get to bike week, I'll have like a solid month or two of content for you guys. If I can get to bike week, rumor has it I might get to ride the Super Cruiser, and that would be sick. The Grom has. What do you mean get the Grom street legal? The Grom has been. Are you talking about when I put the wheelie bar on it and it didn't have room for the license plate? Have I decided if I'm doing 2 channels or just keeping one? I still am not sure because I know in my heart of hearts that 2 channels would do better, but I'm not sure if I have the attention span for it. But I have considered doing a second channel and not telling anybody and just keeping it a secret, but doing it just like literally not even necessarily like the stuff that I've talked about splitting it up for before. I've been thinking about doing a second channel of just like random, like even like just stuff with like the element and stuff like that. And just not tell anybody and not care if it does well and just do freaking whatever with it. The Grom still does not have a license plate, but I did cut up a bracket for it. I just have to paint it and put it on. Also, the Grom, I put a 1-finger clutch lever on, and I thought I did something else. Oh, I got Pro Taper handlebars for it. I want to start actually learning. Owen, what up? I want to actually start learning how to do wheelies on it. So I got the bars and the clutch lever. But we'll see what happens of that because the Pro Taper bars, I think I want to put on the Navi now. So I might just get a second set. Maybe he has some B-roll of him singing along to Paramore that we could get as a vid. That would be hilarious. Ever thought of going to Sturgis on the 1100? Maybe, but Sturgis just seems like such a brother fest, you know? Like, I feel like at Daytona Bike Week, at least, love you more, Owen. I miss you guys. I feel like Daytona at least has like the Dyna Bros and like the hooliganism, whereas Sturgis just seems like brother fest, you know? But maybe. Oh, Link's here. What's up? What up, Link? See, now I was getting ready to say that I need to go and make some freaking dinner and eat food finally, but now Link's here. It's like, damn, do I have to stay on? When we doing the Lego stream, I thought about building the Lego on this stream, and then I don't think I have the brain power for it after this. Look at how good it looks, though. I keep having to like lean all the way back to show it. So freaking good. Oh yeah, and I still have those 4 screws to put in. Dang. Got stuff stuck to it. I got a motorcycle Lego set. That's what we're talking about. That Link sent me. Can you explain why you chose the model of aux lights you put on the 1100 over any of the other ones on the market? I'm new to electronics, so I want to get it right. Honestly, I had no idea what I wanted. And I just went on Amazon and spent a while looking at all the different options and all the different reviews. And some of them came with harnesses and some of them didn't. Even if you've clicked on the link for those aux lights yet, even that one company sells so many different ones. It's kind of overwhelming trying to figure it out at first because they have ones that are just spotlights, just floodlights, spotlight, floodlight combos. They have ones that double as turn signals. They have ones that strobe for some reason. They have all different kinds of stuff. But after some research and just looking through everything and all their different diagrams that show like, okay, the middle beam pattern goes this many feet and the side beam patterns go this many feet and all that kind of stuff. It just seemed like exactly what I wanted because, for one thing, I knew that I wanted yellow ones, but I also wasn't like positive. Like, I liked the look, I just wasn't sure about the function, if that makes sense. So I like that those came with the yellow lens and the clear lens, but I've stuck to the yellow lens and love it. And I liked that it had the spotlight and the floodlight because I definitely wanted something that shines to the side of the road for like deer and animals and stuff like that. But I also really wanted a spotlight to keep going forward in the road so that you could see better in front of you also. So this seemed like the perfect combo. And the price, for the price, the reviews were insanely positive across the board and had really good pictures and videos of how bright they were. And because it was Amazon, it had free returns. So I was like, there's nothing to lose. So before I went to make the video of putting them on the Rebel 1100, because I had to like cut the ends and strip it, I literally just took an extra battery. It was like, I think an old Navi or Grom, something like that, just some battery I had laying around. And I literally hooked it up to that to turn the lights on to see them. And it like lit up the entire storage unit like the freaking sun. And I was like, yep, these are the ones, not returning them. And I've been super happy with them so far. But yeah, if you click the link from that video, it will take you to the exact ones that I got. And it's the spotlight floodlight combo. And they've been perfect for me so far. I moved the ignition switch to the side of Navi body panel, now start like a cruiser. Oh, that's sick. That would be really cool. I haven't seen anybody do that before. How many Twinkies can fit in the storage space? Asking for a friend. I'm not sure, but we had talked about doing something to see how many tacos would fit in it. I'm not sure I want that responsibility of cleanup, but it would be cool. Sweet, thanks for answering. I'm agreeing with everything you said. Yeah, no problem, dude. I was in the same boat when I went to do it. It was super overwhelming because there's so many different options. And then honestly, the lights that I got are inexpensive enough that I'm like, are these going to suck? Because like you look at like the Baja Designs lights and stuff like that, and they're so expensive, but I've seen them in person and they're so damn bright that I'm like, are they going to be the same? But these are like just as bright for a fraction of the price and free returns. YOLO. Should totally get the XR 150 panels wrapped in a orange camo pattern. I've thought about getting the XR wrapped in something, but honestly, the white color with the red accent on the side, the way that ties in to the Yoshi logo on the exhaust on that bike is just chef's kiss. So good. Yeah, there's all the different wattages too, and there's the wattages. They tell you how many lumens it is and all this stuff. Honestly, I wouldn't lie to you. Get the ones that I got and be done with it, and you'll be happy as can be with it. I did so many nights of just, what's what? Did you remove the panels on the side of the tank also, Link? Is it like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like tracker vibes now, kind of? Birch, you could probably figure out how to mod the Navi to replace its storage box with the Elements removable center console. The only issue is the center console of the Element is so wide and the box goes right where your feet are that I don't think that would work. It would be sick if I could set up like a rear rack setup for it. Like imagine damn, that'd actually be sick. Imagine the center console that doubles as a cooler. I could put food and drinks in it, get to where I'm going, pop it out, and then have like a thing that attaches it as like a rear rack, and then ride off and have my little picnic handy with me. That would be crazy. Ordering them as we speak. Hell yeah, you're going to love it. CF Moto 450 SS. They look cool, and I know lots of people love them, but if I were to get like a middleweight, if that's what you consider it, like middleweight sport bike like that, I feel like I'd probably go Ninja 500. CF Motos are dope, but after my experience with mine, although the 450S does seem to have more aftermarket support than the CLX did. It just felt like there was like, when I had my CF Moto, it just felt like there was not much aftermarket support and like lots of cool features, but not all of them worked fully. I will say though, they do sound really good with an exhaust. The 450 SS's looks dope. Orange is my favorite color. Hell yeah, dude. Thanks. Me too. I'm so stoked on how it turned out. The panels on the side of the tank and that cover the battery and exhaust. I plan to trim the panel that covers the battery so it's still covered at least. It looks like an old school 90s standard bike. Hell yeah, that's sick, dude. I thought about doing that when I first got it. What stopped me from doing it? I don't remember. I think it was me convincing myself that I was actually going to take it off-roading. Because there's a lot of, if you look up XR150 trackers, there's a lot of them in that like cool, like stripped down style. See if it keeps drinks cold all the way to Ohio and ride with me. LOL. Well, if Jeremiah, do you know when you want to do your ride this year? Ride of a Lifetime is in Ohio, and he did his ride last year, and I believe he's planning on doing one this year as well. ZX4RR is a better bike than a Ninja 500. The ZX4RR is an inline 4. They are fast AF for what they should be. Well, it fucking better be, dude. It costs twice as much. I love the ZX4RR. I got to ride one, and I had a great time. But the ZX4RR, I don't think is in the same category as a Ninja 500, even in the slightest. Like, the ZX4RR is only, what, like $1,500 or $2,000 away from a 636 price. And the Ninja 500 is what, like $6,000 or something like that? Not much aftermarket support for the Rebel 1100. Yeah, I agree. I'm working on it. Okay? I'm trying to get these freaking people to believe in it. Yeah, you live in... Okay, well, maybe I misspoke. I know you live in West Virginia, but the ride was in Ohio. Did it not go through Ohio? Am I tripping balls right now? The comments are coming in so fast, I'm going to have a stroke. Either the 5th or 12th of July. Yeah, definitely the 12th. I think this is the same thing that we were saying last year where you wanted to do it like on the weekend of the 4th of July, but people are going to be traveling like crazy. Also, unfortunately, I think Nina's not going to be able to make it to this year's ride because she has a new job that is weekends now, so I'll probably be solo dolo. My ADHD, I'm like bouncing back and forth between the two screens. For those of you just joining, we're live on YouTube and we're live on Instagram, so I'm like shiny object bouncing in between the two. I wish Burley Brand would do some stuff like shocks for the SCL 500. That's what I'm saying, dude. I got to talk to him at Bike Week, assuming that I can get there, because I forget if I said this or if I'm allowed to say it, but at one point they were planning on doing stuff for the SCL 500. So I'll have to see if they're still planning on doing that or if I'm even allowed to say that. Bro, you make me want a Rebel 1100. Never gave that bike a look until you. Hell yeah, that's awesome, dude. Definitely do it. They're great. Base is 5,300 before all the other crap. Yeah, see, so like the Ninja 500 is I feel like Ninja 500 is like more of like a beginner bike, whereas the ZX4RR, like, it is definitely beginner-ish in the fact that it's not super fast and it's low CCs, but I feel like the aura of it isn't beginner aura, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like there's not many beginning riders that are like, holy crap, 400cc inline 4-cylinder that revs out to da 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 da. Like, I feel like it's more of like a track weapon, you know? Out of all the bikes you had a chance to ride, what's been your favorite so far? Birch. I mean, definitely the Rebel 1100. It's like my favorite. Every time I ride it, I just have a smile on my face. But also the Road Glide ST that I rode. Freaking love that thing. If I ever got into like more longer trips, and if I ever got into like more money, Road Glide ST would be sick. And I haven't even tried the new ones yet, but hello from Ohio. Is she still with the same company? No, she's doing something totally different now. Yes, sir, Link. Oh, Link, you want to see what I pulled? These are all the shiny ones. I already looked it up. None of them are worth anything. Well, I mean, like, some of them are worth like $5 and stuff. I think the most expensive one said it was like $13. Page 1. Shiny ones. This one has, what are they? They have like the Pokeball in the background, and then is it called like the Master Ball or something? This one is just the Pokeball, not like the Master one or whatever the hell it's called. These are the other shiny ones. Literally, if they had any sort of holographic in it, I just put it in here and then looked it up later. This one has the Pokeball behind it. This one has the Pokeball behind it. Next page of shinies. This one has the Pokeball behind it, but not the Master Ball. I think that one's one of the ones that's worth some kind of money if it was the Master one. That one has a Pokeball behind it. This one has the Master Ball. I think that's one of the ones that was worth a little bit more money because of that. And then the last of the shinies. And this one has a Pokeball, but not the Master Ball. I can't remember which ones it said were. Like I said, none of them are worth really anything, but there's one of them that was worth like $13. according to the whatever the hell. Whatever the hell. Maybe it was the Scream tail. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I pulled. Not to brag, but spent like over $100 on just that and a stack of other stuff. Indian Scout back tire issue. What's that? I haven't heard of it. I mean, I've heard of the Indian Scout, but not the back tire issue. Orange cream Coca-Cola. What the hell? Oh, low battery. Both of them are about to die. What? Okay, where was I? Pokeball and Master Ball variants. Master Ball ones are worth way more. Yeah, I got quite a few hollows, but you got to remember that was from a binder pack. What is it? The binder pack, the poster pack, and like the whatever like main pack is that comes with like 9 of the small packs, if that makes sense. You should ride with Brian 636 if you go to Chicago. I'm hoping that I can ride with Brian if and when I make it to Bike Week. I met up with him a couple years ago at Bike Week, but we still haven't gotten to ride together. Yeah, Jeremiah, you had a lot of people at your meetup. It was awesome. Even Birch was there. I gotta show you my app I use to log my cards. I think my card collection is at like 12 grand now. Holy shit, that's crazy. Are you still using your GoPro to film videos, or are you going to go a different camera for this coming year? I'm still using my GoPro. I kind of want to switch up, but I don't know. Like the Insta360 like actual action camera, I forget what it's called, the Ace Pro 2 or whatever. It's like cool, but I feel like the footage looks very rendered, like very AI, especially their like night mode is kind of like like it's cool, but it looks like a video game. It doesn't look real enough. But my X4, the 360 camera, definitely a pain in the ass to get used to having to edit 360 footage. But like the video of me getting pulled over on the e-bike would not have been nearly as cool if I didn't have the 360 camera going. That turned out so great, made everything worth it. If anything, I'm just gonna probably get an up, like whatever the newest GoPro is. I'll probably update to that because I'm still only using like an 11. As far as not helmet camera, I've been playing around with my fancy camera, a Sony ZV-1. But that's the camera that it's now ruined 2 videos or whatever because of the audio. Because it's like, I just want something that is easy to bring with me, and I click the button and it films what I need it to perfectly every time without me having to think. The new fancy camera, the footage looks great, but there's too much going on, you know? But at the same time, for like install videos, it's great because the quality is obviously better than a GoPro, and I can like still have my phone with me to check stuff. Like lots of time if I'm doing an install video and I film with my phone, if I get stuck on something, I'm like, okay, well now I got to go inside and get my computer to look this up because I can't look it up on my phone because my phone has to stay on the tripod. And when I use a wireless mic with my phone, I have to unplug it in order to play the video back and then just hope that it's plugged in enough that the audio will work. So, yeah. Yeah, the GoPro subscription-based stuff is whack. What up, Lucas? Birch, have you ever thought of taking the Grom or Navi or really any bike to a track? Yes, 100%. I just found out that there is a group around me that sometimes does races on a go-kart track with mini motos. So I would love to take the Grom or the XR there. The Navi, I don't think it would make too much sense. And then I also really want to take the Rebel 1100 to a track day. I think that would be sick. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'd love to do it because when I got to ride the CBR 650 and the CB 650 on the track, I was like, oh, this is sick. Dougie said, yo, love your content. Would you ever switch to a Harley Lowrider S, or are you thinking of getting a new Honda? I'm not ready to switch to anything right now. I will say that when I rode the Lowrider S, I freaking loved it. But I don't think there's not enough like upside to that to be worth switching from the Rebel 1100. You know, like same style bike, but I'd end up having to spend 20 or 30 grand more to make it cool, you know? Yeah, I used to use my phone to edit the Insta360 footage, but I have to do it on the computer now. It's such a pain to do it on my phone. It's a lot. The learning curve was trickier on the computer, but once I learned it, it's easier, if that makes sense. Can't use GoPro down here. Overheats on a 5-minute ride. What GoPro do you have? Do you have one of the ones that needs a case? Or do you use a media mod or... DJI Action 4 is awesome. I have a friend that uses that, and they say they love it. Turn a fan on high setting and point it north so Birch's steak can get some of that heat. Please, yes. Dude, that would be sick to have all the YouTubers at the meetup race. That would be hilarious. The inner circle. The carpet's just as good as it was when we started, which also means it's just as bad as when it started. I had a GoPro Hero 8 with and without the media mod. Without the media mod, it didn't last much longer. Yeah, the Hero 8s overheat a lot faster than the newer ones. And also, the battery just doesn't last as long because they don't have the whatever the name is for the fancy new things. Love the orange mate. Thanks. I'm so stoked on it. It's funny now that I'm done switching the panels out. I'm like so focused on the conversation that I kind of forget that that's what we just did. And then somebody will comment on the orange, and I'm like, oh damn, that's right. I did just make it orange. Your carpet is tan. Your drapes are white. Don't talk dirty in my chat. All right? Don't worry about if the carpet matches the drapes. Is that a ginger joke? I see spare screws under the Navi. Yeah, the spare screws under the Navi are the ones that are in here, and it's such a tight little space that I just said, I'll get to that later. I'm going to take a break, take a step back, and look at her. Would you just look at it? Oh, all right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Both of the things that I'm streaming on currently have popped up and said that they are about to die, which makes sense because I don't know how long I've been on Instagram. I've only been streaming on there for like half the time, but I've been streaming on YouTube for 3 hours and 5 minutes now, which explains why everything's dying. So I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. I don't believe he's still in here, but if he is, shout out to Mark for hooking me up with the new panels. Peace out, One Wheel Only. Good chatting with you again. And I'll see you guys next time. And consider joining Patreon if you can, because it would really help me do cool things like getting to Bike Week this week. And if you were not here when I said it earlier, Patreon gets an exclusive vlog tomorrow that nobody else gets. Peace out. So I'll just announce I'll end Instagram first and then YouTube. That way I'm not saying bye and then one of you guys is watching me like click out of the other one awkwardly. Okay. So YouTube, I'll say bye to you in a second. Instagram, peace out. Good chatting with you. See, so now theirs ended smoothly, but because I said what I'm doing, now it's not awkward that you guys are watching me tell them to go away. And now I can tell you guys goodbye. So peace out, everybody. Thanks to Jack, you were on here too. So peace out. Thanks everybody who donated. Thanks everybody who watched. And hopefully I will have a lot more content for you very soon. Everybody down south, get some fans and blow the heat up to us, please. Peace out.